Hello and welcome back to the Pro Evolution Soccer Save on Cultured Left Foot YouTube channel. And it's been getting better-ish. I keep forgetting how many episodes I now start with where I say that. We lost 4-3 to Feyenoord. Really unlucky actually. We played really well in that game. We drew 2-2. We've been draw masters. Absolute draw masters. Aston Villa, we drew 2-2 away at West Ham United. We should have won it. Unlucky not to. Drew 0-0 at home to Newcastle. Again, we should have won it. We're unlucky that we didn't. And we drew 0-0 with Brighton Hove Albion as well as losing 3-1 to Besiktas. That 3-1 was my first game back in a while. And yeah, I really cocked it up. And then we should have won that game. We should have won that game. We should have won that game. And we probably should have won that game against Feyenoord. But today, we bring two games against the Merseyside teams. We're going to be our home to Everton and away to Liverpool. So it's been tough. It's been interesting. We're on the new patch, so which is 2.0, I think, data pack 2.0 for Provo, which has made a difference. It has actually changed how the game plays. It does make it feel pretty different, and the computer's a lot better, so you don't have to have any data mods and gameplay mods now in the game, which is good. They have varied the attack enough really to give you a difference, which is good to see. We've actually been playing right. Cabizon, who's on an up flashing arrow, has been absolutely incredible for quite some time. We've been playing well, we've been keeping the ball, we've been slowing it down, we've been creating some good chances. Our biggest issue at the moment is our wage budget, because I've had to renew quite a lot of contracts because they're all expiring, and I think we're something like -3 million in debt. So yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. I'm not too sure what happens at the end of the season. In old Provos, if you finished the end of the season in negative money in either one of your budgets, then you basically just got fired and you lost the Master League, which is a little bit annoying, as I give the ball away there quite cheaply. But yeah, so I'm wondering if they may have updated it so that if you're I mean, because what's stupid about it is that, yes, I'm overspending in our wage budget, but my transfer budget, we have so much of it available as Grealish tries to accelerate away from Richarlison. Sees Saltido on the right-hand side. You've got Grealish going again. Lays it into him. Just stops on the ball. Pulls out a Cruyff turn, does he, to try and get away? Holds on to it. Lays it back to Lucien Bennett, and we'll get back to my chats about finances in Provo in just a minute. In towards Weghorst. Back it goes. Cabizon looks to curl one from range. It's easy for Pickford, but yeah, if you're so under budget, or in fact over budget in your wage budget, that you've got like millions in debt, surely you should just be able to take that from your transfer budget and move it over, because I've got something like 40 million in my transfer budget, which means, you know, the club as a whole, Nias with a shot from range, the club as a whole has got loads of money. So yeah, that's just a little bit annoying. But anyway, let's crack on with the game. Lucien Bennett comes forward with the ball, and it's a 4-on-3 now for Villa. Can they use this correctly? Saltido just holds it up, looks to go infield to Weghorst, but Leighton Baines gets back, and Villa did not use that at all very well. Tuanzebe wins the header really well. Grealish is then tackled by Richarlison, and Everton hold possession. Lucien Bennett comes forward, up to Saltido, into Grealish. Grealish tries to find Weghorst, but can't. Weghorst does win that header though, as you'd expect him to, and Lucien Bennett just about keeps it in play. And Grealish lays it back into Weghorst. Weghorst just turns and holds onto the ball. Good possession football from Villa, not trying to force anything too much. Vitinho back to Tierney. Tierney infield to Cabizon. Cabizon trying to flick it round the corner. Grealish picks it up with a bit of space. Saltido makes a run forward. What can Saltido do to create some space? Just looks, shimmies away. Puts a ball in, looking at the back post towards Vitinho. And then Andre Gomez completes the clearance with a header, and Richarlison plays it out wide to Bernard, and that should be that for this passage of play. Richarlison on the left wing, and Lucien Bennett reads that very well, puts in a great tackle and tries to feed Cabizon up to Weghorst. Weghorst just put it behind Vitinho when really he wanted that ball played in front of him, and Tuanzebe misjudges the flight. Luckily, in Nias's control will really let him down. Richarlison dodges around the tackle from Lucien Bennett, puts a cross in, it's blocked well by Retsos, and Everton win the corner. 25 minutes gone, and it's been pretty even and not very difficult for either team. Neither attacking unit has really been working very well, as Brennett does keep that ball. Ref plays advantage. A good little back haul from Brennett. Oh, and there's a great dink ball in by Bernard. McCarthy turns Jan Sommer holds on now as we got a quick ball up to Weghorst. Now Andre Gomez reads it, but Rodri's there. Grealish tries to feed it into Weghorst's feet. Weghorst lays it off to Cabezon, and Aston Villa keep the ball pretty well. It goes up to Vitinho, turns. Oh, he just couldn't get away from Bernat. And Bernard, the little Brazilian, signed from Shakhtar, loses the ball. Aston Villa have been working this very well, keeping the ball for quite a lot of possession now. Saltido looks to lay it off to Grealish. He just tries to accelerate away. Lucien Bernat in a bit of space, looking for the big man in the middle, and Murillo gets a good header away on it. Comes back to Saltido. Looks to accelerate away from Baines, but can't. Back to Grealish, who dinks in a cross, but it's blocked really well, and Aston Villa have wasted that golden opportunity to create something there as Bernard comes forward off to Nias. Now Rodri has to hold his position, and he does very well, but not well enough to intercept that ball. Sigurdsson with a shot from range, and Jan Sommer prevents the corner very well with a diving catch. So Everton have been taking a lot of shots from distance, really none of them formulating any sort of danger to Jan Sommer's goal. However, you could argue that they have had the better of the game as Saltido tries a fancy trick and just gets absolutely robbed by the defender. And Richarlison holds off Retsos and looks to spin in behind and does. Richarlison's going to have the pace. Retsos tries to get back. Richarlison gets goal side of him. Ball across is Bernard on the edge. It's deflecting all over the place. But it hit Sigurdsson, who was in an offside position as the Aston Villa defence stepped up very well. And yeah, again, the game has been pretty poor in quality. There's been no real stand-out chances for either team. And I don't know, maybe there'll be some changes at half-time as Cabezon into Weghorst. Weghorst just looks to hold it up and wait for runners. Tries to give it back to Cabezon, who can flick it round the corner to Vitinho. Vitinho, little Cruyff turn. He's got Tierney outside of him. Tierney looks to fire this one in. Weghorst in acres of space with a header. Oh, Pickford with a good save down low. Really should have done better there, Weghorst. Just hit it straight towards Pickford in the Everton goal. And it's still 0-0. 60% possession to Everton. Weghorst with the best chance of the game. As Aston Villa are just going to up their strategy to a little bit more attacking in this second half. And see how it goes. Grealish into Bernat. Back to Grealish. Grealish up it goes to Weghorst. Drops it out to Cabezon. Uses Tierney for a bit of support. Rodri's there. Just keeping the ball very well. Aston Villa waiting for that space to open up. Lucien Bernat just recycles it back to Rodri into Cabezon. Cabezon to Grealish, just gives it away, then tried to flick it on, but Cabezon's picked it up. He has a go from range. Oh, so unlucky for Cabezon. Really hit a pile driver there as they got a bit lucky with the bounce here. Tried to feed it in, got a lucky bounce, got another lucky bounce. Rob Sigurdsson, and then on his favoured left foot just dragged it past the post. So unlucky. Nias gets the ball from Sigurdsson but gives it away, trying to find the run of Andre Gomez. Now can Villa spring a counter-attack? Cabezon to Rodri. Up it goes to Weghorst. Now Cabezon's got space. Cabezon comes forward. What will he do? Good turn away, but not enough to get away from Bernat. But Nias has just dropped the ball, but Rodri actually fouls him trying to get it back. And Everton take it quickly and are looking to move forward, but they've taken that with Nias completely out of position. And here he is again into Bernat. Lovely flick from the back heel into Bernard's path. Bernard comes forward, tries to lay that into Schneidlin. He gets his shot off. Good block from Tuanzebe. Grealish flicks it out towards Vitinho, who's not going to get there. And Everton hold on to the ball. So Weghorst has gone off for Aston Villa, and in his place is Timothy Weir. Sigurdsson is going to take this corner. And it goes, it's Rodri v Schneidlin. Rodri wins it down to Gomez, and Sommer manages to watch the flight of that ball. And then tries a quick kick out, and Saltido does very well to win that. It could have put him into a lot of danger, but luckily Sigurdsson wasn't facing the right way. Tierney into Cabezon, looks to go wide to Vitinho, who hasn't really got into the game at all. Nias lays it off into Sigurdsson. Everton just slowly coming alive in this game. Cabezon to Rodri, through to Cabezon again, into the Grealish's path. Grealish comes forward, tries to flit it through. Saltido's there. Can he fire it across low? Pickford saves the corner. And yeah, still neither team really doing that much as Tuanzebe's pulled out of position, and Nias looks to get in behind. Sommer starts to come out, and Nias fires it in. Lovely finish from Umar Nias. And it's a great little 1-2. It's just a give and go, and maybe offside. I think it was Lucien Bernat keeping him on. And it's 1-0 to the Evertonians, and this is not what Villa need in their moment of trials and tribulations at the moment. It's not going all their way. Tierney back to Tuanzebe, and it goes back to Tierney. So Rodri to Tuanzebe. Oh, it's a poor pass It needed to go infield to Cabezon, not up the line, and you can see Villa are struggling now, getting pulled in and out of possession all the place. As Cabezon just slows that down. Back to Rodri. Up to Vitinho. Back to Rodri again. Just lays it off to Tierney. Now, can we switch this over and create some space? That's what Villa need to do. Move the defence. Get Everton to move in and shuffling their players across. Lucien Burnett into Grealish. Cabezon back out to Lucien Burnett. And they're working this well on the right-hand side. It's just a bit of a cramped style in the middle. It's flicked infield to Weir, but Saltido will get that back after the deflection. Lucien Burnett into Cabezon. Sees the runner Grealish. Grealish holds this up. Goes back to Cabezon. Waiting for a runner in the middle. Lucien Burnett has it in Grealish. Flicks it around. Vitinho with a shot. Oh, it's saved. What a save by Pickford. Saltido. Grealish with a header. Yes, he's dinked it over Pickford. It's a lovely, lovely goal from Jack Grealish. What a header that is. And it was just complete, resilient, resistant play there from Aston Villa as Jack Grealish pounced. Well, it was a good save from the first off from Pickford, and then Grealish with a lovely little header over Pickford. He couldn't quite get back in time to save it, and Saltido just dinked this into an area, like toe poked it into an area, and Grealish is there with a wonderful header, and he runs off celebrating, and yeah, celebrates with the Villa fans, kisses his gloves. I'm not too sure why, but it's 1-1 into Rodri, but it was a poor pass, although Rodri's got a block on it. Andre Gomez picks it up. Nias around the corner to Sigurdsson. He tries to go for Nias again, who drives it in low, and that's a good save from Jan Sommer. Got down quickly, and I think we're going to do Grealish for Ceballos and just get some fresh legs in the middle of the park. Sigurdsson to swing the corner in for Everton. Tuanzebe's under it and heads it away very well indeed. Whoa, why is suddenly changed off Ceballos to not go and get that ball into Richarlison? In it goes, and I feel like the computer's cheated me there because it changed the player from Ceballos automatically, and I felt like that there it changed it from Ceballos, and I felt like there's nothing I could do in that. So 2-1 down, and I feel the game is having a laugh. I really think the game is having a laugh there. Ceballos back to Lucien Burnett. 20 minutes to go. Can Villa rescue this game again? They've already come back from 1 goal down before. They're going to have to do it again now. Timothy Weir looks to turn, try to put it into Ceballos' path, but couldn't. And now Retsos just looks to keep this alive. Villa need to keep this ball moving pretty quickly. Tierney, Cabezon. And just a bit of a poor pass back to Tierney. But Tierney waiting for some options. Cabezon. Where was the run of Rodri? That's what he was waiting for, to give him the ball. Nias comes forward with it. And then Bernardo gives it into Sigurdsson, who's been pretty instrumental in this game, Gylfi Sigurdsson. Richarlison comes forward into Sigurdsson again. Tuanzebe reads that pass very well and feeds it into Vitinho, who gives it to Ceballos. Good run from Cabezon, but the pass is poor. And it can't make it through as Bernard gives it to Sigurdsson again, and Nias uses his pace to get the wrong side of Retsos. It's just a wonderful ball from Sigurdsson, and now Omar Nias has rattled the crossbar. We're going to get Gigi Wijnaldum on for Cabezon. More fresh legs in the middle of the park as Cabezon comes off. Wijnaldum comes on. And Villa are running out of ideas at the moment, and it's 15 minutes to go. Ceballos lays it out to Lucien Burnett, who's got space to run into. He's just gifted space to come forward, flicks in, looking for Timothy Weir. That would have been a good ball for Weghorst, but not too much for Weir as Sigurdsson dallies on the ball and gets robbed by Ceballos, who runs into Wijnaldum. Oh, this game is having a laugh today, I swear. I swear this game's having a laugh. Good tackle from Rodri. Falls to Schneiderlin. Bernard picks it up, and Everton just hold on, and I do sort of feel like the game's cheated me today. That is some bullshit decisions, isn't it? That ball to Nias has got all the way through about 8 people, and I think, well, I predict this is going to be an Everton win because I don't think the game wants me to win this game or even get a draw. So that's a good tackle from Wijnaldum. I don't believe in scripting, I will say that now, but this has had a bit of the old dodgems about it this whole game. As Bernard comes forward, lays it back to Burnett, and that's a lovely ball through to Nias. Nias is through on goal, 1-on-1 against Sommer. 3-1, and that is probably game, set and match. Vitinho on the left-hand side, back to Tierney. Tierney looking in field to Wijnaldum. The ball then smacks Wijnaldum in the face and goes out for an Everton throw, and this has been a terrible performance. I can only apologise to everybody watching because this has been pretty awful. Vitinho sees the overlapping run of Tierney into Weir. Back to, oh, Timothy, stay on side, lad. Stay on side. Oh, it's so obvious. Why did I pass the ball? And there's one more chance here for Everton in the last minutes of the game. Bernard shoots. Good save from Jan Sommer. But that's probably going to be that. And Villa get another defeat, and it's well, something I will say, it's much harder to play this game whilst commentating. It is much harder to play Pro Evo whilst commentating. Hello and welcome back then. It is Liverpool versus Aston Villa. Here we are at Anfield, walking out of the Champions Walk, or whatever that says. There's the sign that says this is Anfield. We'll be back for the lineups. So this is how the home team line up. Karius is in goal. Klein, Matip, Rugani and Alberto Moreno at the back. Lallana, Henderson and Fabinho in the middle. Origi, Mane and Firmino up top. Alisson Becker restricted to a bench position. Aston Villa line up like this. Sommer, Lucien Bonnet, Retsos, Tuanzebe and Tierney. Rodri, Cabezon, Grealish, Salcido, Vitinho and Timothy Weah comes back in to the starting lineup. Tammy Abraham and Weghorst both make Aston Villa's bench. So the game gets underway. Liverpool kicking off at Anfield. It's a lovely, wonderful, bright, sunny day here in Merseyside for the early kickoff of the day. And let's see how the action unfolds. So as you would expect, Liverpool are pressing all over the pitch to try and get that ball back as early as possible. But Aston Villa at the moment are passing their way around it and have picked up a dangerous free kick. And when you have Lucien Bonnet in the team, this could spring danger. And Rugani literally pushing Weah in the face there. Is that going to be a yellow card? No, it's not. And Lucien Bonnet does stand over this one. What can he do this? Is he going to test Karius and go early on in this game? He gets it up and over the wall. Oh, it's in! It's in off the underside of the bar. That is possibly the best free kick I've ever seen in Pro Evo. Ever. I watch other people play Pro Evo on YouTube and I've never seen anybody score a free kick like that. That is absolutely fantastic. What a free kick from Lucien Bonnet. Up and over the wall and in off the underside of the bar. What a goal. Hands down goal of the season so far. That is up there with the overhead kick that we had by Timothy Weah in the first season. So Aston Villa, is this the game that changes their fortunes this season? They just need to pay attention to the press and not do anything stupid. As you can see, Liverpool running themselves ragged trying to get this press completed. But at the moment, they're just sort of hanging off to Tuanzebe when he has the ball. And Aston Villa just having a bit more of a patient approach now after that superb free kick goal from Lucien Bonnet. As Timothy Weah has it, just looks to hold on to it. He's actually pulled Rugani well out of position here. But Rodri thought he was so far out of position would give Liverpool a chance and gives him the ball back. As Firmino looks to get in behind, he looks to accelerate him to Tuanzebe, who gets back very well indeed. And makes a good recovery, but Tierney, I'm not too sure why he tried a fancy flick there. Origi into Mane, who is tackled fairly, says the referee. And Grealish put under pressure. And now this is where the press really works, because Aston Villa just cannot get out. And Cabezon puts his foot through it into Vitinho. Weah holds it up, tries to lay it off. And Rodri does get there. Salcido will pick up the loose ball. And Aston Villa just about hold on to possession. And that's not all they do, because Lucien Bonnet's coming forward. He's already scored one free kick. Has a go from range. And Karius makes the flying catch and balls it out to Lallana straight away. And now Liverpool could potentially be onto something here. Firmino looks to play a nice 1-2 with Mane, who does just about get there. Retsos gets in and wins the throw-in as well. Great defending from Retsos that. He's been a very good purchase this season as Lucien Bonnet shows a bit of composure to keep the ball. And the Anfield crowd falls absolutely silent now that Villa are really starting to get in this game, as Tierney sees Salcido in a lot of space, flicks it into Grealish, takes advantage of Fabinho not tracking, but that's a great tackle from Joel Matip, who's obviously getting a lot more game time now that Virgil van Dijk in this game has moved to Chelsea. And Tuanzebe with a bit of hesitation. Origi jumps around the tackle. Good little back heel flicks now from Liverpool. When it goes towards Origi, turns. Good block there, and Firmino's shot is blocked as well. Moreno looks to put it in. Fabinho's tall with a good header, but it goes over the bar. Oh, Liverpool causing some trouble here as it came in. And then it was a good tackle from Retsos, and the shot from Firmino was blocked. It fell to Moreno. Little dink into the box, and Fabinho's header just goes over the bar. Right, Rodri, great tackle on Fabinho to potentially launch a counter-attack here for Aston Villa. And Salcido's coming forward with it. Lays it into Grealish. Can he get it on one more? He does to Cabezon, who has a shot. Karius holds on. Vitinho is on for the pass. But Cabezon was a little bit greedy. Vitinho keeps that alive for Aston Villa. And Jack Grealish has this. He's waiting for a good run. Gives it into Timothy Weah. Timothy Weah with a bit of space. Lays it off. Referee, that's another foul. Lucien Bonnet could be fancying this. Henderson was slightly late on Weah as he just got this pass away. Yeah, just stood on his toe. It's going to be Lucien Bonnet again. Bonnet over the ball. He's beaten Karius once. Can he do it again? Oh, it's hit Origi in the wall. And Karius can't keep it from going behind from a corner as the loop was too high on the ball. Not as good as the first ever. Obviously, that was the best free kick ever. But Lucien Bennett now stands over the corner. Swings it in. Looks to get it in towards Tuanzebe. And it's a sort of a joint header in the air between Tuanzebe and Matip. And Lucien Bennett now has to get back. And Firmino's got a bit of space. Retsos has got to come and meet him. Stands up a great turn in field from Firmino. And Origi then tries to do a fancy bit of skill and messes it up. And Aston Villa get the ball back and it goes into Weir. Just gets away from Fabinho. Looks to dink it through into Cabezon's path and does. Jinks around Jordan Henderson. Coutinho lays it off. Tierney's got the run of Weir. Weir then back to Tierney. Frings this in first time. But Joel Matip's always going to win those headers. Cabezon brings it down well. Into Grealish. Grealish turns, gets a shot off. That's a pretty simple save for Karius, that one. Tuanzebe robs Fabinho again, but Lallana just pounces on Tuanzebe's dilly-dallying on the ball. And you can see the run there of Fabinho, but that's left space on the side for Klein. He's not going to get that, and Liverpool are flustered here. They really are flustered. Cabezon flicked onto Grealish. There's a bit of space. Grealish couldn't get onto the pass, and Mane will look to bring it away. Firmino, there's a bit of space. Retsos has got to cover it, and he hasn't. Sommer started to come. Mane's in on goal, and Sommer makes a great save as Tuanzebe tried to put in a last-ditch tackle. Oh, it's a good counter-attack that from Liverpool, and that's what we've got to watch out for, and it's another corner. Jordan Henderson's going to swing this one in towards the centre spot. And it goes in. Coutinho against Mane. Coutinho wins the header. Tierney can't get there. What an effort that was. What a hit from Klein on his left foot. And it goes just over the bar. And it's still Aston Villa 1-0 up here at Anfield. Liverpool have got it all to do, the home team. Divock Origi, who at the moment, he wins a foul, but at the moment he has been the weak link of the front three for Liverpool because they just can't get the ball. Every time he gets the ball, it goes wrong, and there's a ball in, and there is Origi with a spectacular, and that sums up his game, to be honest. And Jordan Henderson's gone flying into another tackle, and this one has to be a booking at the least. Is he going to get a booking? I don't understand how that can just be a talking to. If you see this on the replay, he has absolutely crumped our man. Look at this. It comes flying in here. Cabezon gets there first, and Henderson has got to be a yellow card. How that isn't a yellow card, I do not know. But Tierney will just play this one into Rodri's feet. I mean, Aston Villa just don't have to do anything at pace. We can slow this game down and just whittle away the minutes, especially till half-time. If we can go in 1-0 up at half-time, that would be absolutely fantastic. But I'll tell you what's better than going in at 1-0 up at half-time is 2-0 up, as Timothy Weir just can't keep the ball. Coutinho lays it out to Tierney. There's no one really in the box for him. There is now, but they all got there a bit too late. Cabezon looks to swing it in. Saltido knocks it down. Weir just couldn't get onto the knockdown, and this will give Liverpool a chance as Rodri is just marking Firmino, just making sure there isn't an easy ball on for Mane there, and then goes to pressure him. I was going to say I was happy to give away that, and it is a little free kick. I'm happy to give that away. That's not a problem. But the refs actually played the advantage and given us a free kick, which is wonderful of him. So we'll just take this one short and we'll, again, just play down a little bit more time. You've got to understand I'm absolutely desperate to get a win. We've been playing so well in games that I feel unjustified when we haven't got a win. So to just keep the ball like this is something I'm more than happy to do, as Tierney then just has to make sure he's paying attention. There's a big crossfield ball on there to Saltido, who he did win the header, but Moreno got a lucky flick on it. Saltido gets back to win the ball though. Rodri, in it goes to Cabezon. Now Tierney's got a lot of space here. Tierney comes forward. Loads of space to run into here. Tierney looks to dink it in, looking for Cabezon. Matip just gets his head onto the ball as Lallana then brings it away. Mane turns around Lucien Bennett and Liverpool hold on to the ball. Firmino lays it out to Divock Origi. Divock Origi looks to fire in again. He's been such a letdown for this Liverpool team. Literally everything has collapsed when it's gone through Divock Origi. And that is obviously, I'm very much happy about that. Very much happy. That's not very good English at all. Lucien Bennett into Grealish. Grealish gets lucky, but it is 1-0 at half-time. 4 minutes on the clock when Lucien Bennett picked out a absolutely sublime free kick. It was absolutely superb. And I'm just wondering, how is our fitness doing? Everyone's doing okay at the moment. I might look to bring on Mounier for Lucien Bennett at some point, but his free kick taking abilities are always useful. And it looks like neither team has made any substitutions, so we get the second half underway. Let's just see how this game continues to unfold, because Liverpool haven't really created too much, but then they have been going through the pretty useless Divock Origi through most of their attacks, which has been their fundamental flaw. As Rodri sees Tierney in a lot of space. Has he got the pace to get there? He does, and he uses that pace to go round Klein. Tierney looks to flick it back towards the edge. Oh, sort of hits Grealish. Saltido holds it up. Lucien Burnett sees Cabezon there. Round to Vitinho. Into Tierney. Flicks it on one more. Oh, and Moreno gets a semi sort of clearance on it. Nothing too convincing. And then Saltido's in a bit of space. Looks to just dink this one up towards Cabezon. And again, Matip still winning absolutely everything in the air. And Origi completes a pass to one of his teammates. That's probably a first in this game. Firmino turns really well. Looks to dink it into Origi. And Tuanzebe, what composure that was to flick that back to Jan Sommer as Origi was running through. But he probably knew that he was nothing really too worried about with Divock Origi being the man running through. Lallana looks to feed a ball through to Firmino. Rodri uses his long striding legs to get back there. Sommer though, it's hit Origi and it's gone over the bar. Oh my god, I would have hated to concede that, especially to Origi. As Henderson comes on, and I think we're going to make a change of our own up front. We're going to get Tammy Abraham on, fresh legs up top. A little bit more pace compared to Timothy Weah. Bit more of a physical presence as well. Timothy Weah's pretty much the all-round package in this Villa team. And I think, oh, Jack Grealish just completely misjudges that ball in the air. As Lallana plays it forward into Firmino, who goes again looking for the return from Mane, who's had a shot from range. And that is what Liverpool have been restricted to in today's game. Not even a replay, that's how shit it was. And here come Aston Villa. Rodri out to Vitinho, into Cabezon. Cabezon round the corner to Abraham, into Grealish. Waits for Abraham to make a pass. Referee, is that a foul? No, he says play on. He says Moreno put in a good tackle there. Rodri, so, oh, just about gets to Saltido. Now Lucien Burnett had acres of space. Saltido went for the more difficult pass into Grealish. And now Aston Villa have to be wary of this Liverpool attack as Moreno has got loads of space. Restos comes flying in. That'll be a yellow card, I'm sure. It is, and it's given Liverpool a pretty dangerous free kick here as well. As, yeah, Restos just clipped Albert Moreno's heel. Definitely the yellow card. Cannot complain about that. Fabinho to take it. In it goes. Mane flicks it on, but that's easy for Sommer. And yeah, Liverpool really have not threatened very much in this game at all. Now the tackles are starting to fly in, and Fabinho picks up a yellow card as well for a bit of a rash tackle on Jack Grealish. He'll argue he probably got the ball, but I think it was the force of the tackle that's given him this yellow card, as Grealish turned really well here. And yeah, Fabinho gets the ball, but absolutely clatters Jack Grealish at the same time. And Rodri's just going to ask for this ball short so that Aston Villa can hold on to the possession. Although they've actually worked a bit of space. Cabezon into Grealish. Grealish looks to dink it over into Vitinho's path, who's bringing it down. Vitinho with a shot. Karius spills it and then makes up with it for a fantastic save from Karius. That second one, Grealish looking into Abraham, but Fabinho is well placed and clears it away. Abraham to Rodri. Fires up a shot. Oh, wow, that was close. Just over the bar. We don't see Rodri get forward too often, but he does love a shot. He was given space to run into here. Laid it. Lovely 1-2 with Abraham. And then bang with an effort. Just didn't manage to curl his foot around the ball to get that bit of slice on it or spin. And 20 minutes to go and it's still 1-0 Villa. There is actually quite a lot of space starting to open up in this game. Abraham lays it off to Grealish. Grealish flicks it on to Saltido. Just waiting for options and there isn't too much coming. Lucien Burnett dallies on the ball a little bit. Mane's going to keep it in. Lucien Burnett, I thought that was a good tackle, but the referee didn't, and he's going to give him a talking to or a booking. Let's have a look. So, I'm just tempted to do one of those for fresh legs. How's the right back doing? How's the right winger doing? Yeah, could do so. Might do Saltido for Mounier in a minute, but yeah, Lucien Burnett taking the man first, I guess. So Rugani knocks it long. Firmino knocks it down to Mane with a shot, and Jan Sommer makes a very good catch there. Looks to bowl this one out and get Aston Villa going, but he's inadvertently given it straight to Joel Matip. Divock Origi, just don't worry. If Origi gets the ball, we're really not in any trouble whatsoever. That's what I can take away from this game. Grealish out to Saltido, and it goes to Abraham, who just keeps the ball and gives it to Saltido, who managed to stay onside. Saltido looks to dink it in. Matip, oh! Grealish actually got his foot on the ball before Matip's header. And pulls off a good save from Karius, as I thought that was going to be a foul. Abraham laid it in nicely to Saltido. And they just dinked this over the on-rushing defender, and Grealish got a shot off, and Karius actually makes a good save. So Liverpool take off Firmino and bring on Solanke. Lucien Burnett is going to look to fire this one across goal, too close to Karius. And he catches, which is surprising in itself that Karius has caught the ball. Up it goes to Solanke, his fresh legs, back to Lallana. out to Albert Moreno, and Liverpool have got men over here. Solanke into Moreno again, into Mane. Mane just looking to turn, puts it in Origi. It's fine. It's Divock Origi. It's fine. I don't know why I got excited. And we are going to do Jack Grealish off for Dani Ceballos. And Mane here flicked it in nicely, and Origi, nah, I mean, look at that. Terrible. I don't get me wrong, I don't hate Divock Origi. He's just been utter... Oh, crap, I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that, because Fabinho's marking Lucien Bernat. That was just complete muscle memory. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I haven't got anything against Divock Origi. He's just been awful in this game. Like, literally, whenever Liverpool try to come forward and it's ended up with Divock Origi being involved in it, it's completely fallen down as Ceballos gets tackled well by Lugani, who's obviously been signed from Juventus. Mane, ball through, Solanke. Great tackle from Tuanzebe. That really had to get that right. And then puts his foot through it, looking for Saltido, who will look just to hold this up. Ceballos has given him a run in the middle. Flicked on. He's taken out wildly. Referee. Referee. That is shocking. Tierney sees Coutinho in so much space, but he's offside. How close was that? Oh, so close. So close. He's going to bring Widgie on against his former club. Obviously, he moved to Bayern Munich, and we've got him on loan from Bayern Munich. But he comes on to replace the pretty fantastic Rodri in holding midfield. And hopefully that will just give us a bit more defensive oomph as we drop back into our shell. Just a little bit strategy-wise, as Abraham will pick up that loose ball. Ceballos sees the run of Saltido. Oh, I nearly got on the end of it. Rugani, his header is pretty poor. And Saltido just lets that go for a corner, which is wonderful. Lucien Bernat, can he get this one a little bit away from Karius? He tries. It's Rugani with the header. It falls to Kieran Tierney on the volley. Oh, he hit that so well. And Nathaniel Klein just completes the clearance, and Lucien Bernat will let it bounce out for a throw-in. This is fine to be in this position if you're an Aston Villa fan. Lucien Bernat. Ceballos back to Lucien Bernat. Flings in a ball, and it's headed away by Klein. Ceballos can't keep it alive. Now Mane. Diving, what a tackle from Metzos. Got the ball really well and keeps it alive with Wijnaldum, who fires it across the Tierney. And 4 minutes to go. Can Villa hold on for a pretty memorable win? And Ceballos has flicked it through, and Abraham, can he get through? He's one-on-one. Abraham into the top corner, and he's surely wrapped it up for Aston Villa. Get in, I'm so happy. I'm actually so happy. 2-0 with like 4 minutes to go, or even less now. It was pounced on by Wijnaldum into Ceballos, around the corner to Abraham. He had the pace and touch to get away from Matip, and then fires it past Karius. Get in there. I am so happy that we might be winning a game, and it's against Liverpool, who are, don't discredit them, very, very good in this game. As Abraham fires it past Karius. Yes! Yes! I think this is probably the most output of emotion I've actually had in a computer game that I've videoed. Oh, God, I'm so happy. Now we've just got to hold on as Mane tries to go down the line to Joe Gomez, who's come on at fresh legs, and he's got more legs than Saltido. Saltido makes a good tackle. It's a free kick. I'd love the clean sheet, but if we concede, it means that we get the ball from centre and we can just pass it around the back and keep possession for as long as we need to. Now, there is a man on the edge, and I'm going to have to go and mark him, but it leaves him free. It's actually gone in, and it's sort of spilt, and Ceballos just puts his foot through it, looking for Abraham, who I think might have won the header, but could only deflect it towards Gomez, who goes out to Divock Origi. Now Chamberlain fires it from range. That's poor. It's gone wide. Oh, that should be the game. That should be the game. Right. Everybody push up. Just get up the pitch. Now they leave Lucien Bernat in a bit of space so we can think it out to them, and we're going to stick with these last few minutes because, man, am I excited. And it goes to Abraham. Couldn't flick that through. Mane goes around the corner to Solanke. Solanke is put under pressure. We're there, and Fabinho now comes forward into Mane. Back to Fabinho. Lucien Bernat has to try and come out and get there, and Fabinho's kept that in place somehow. And obviously it's Divock Origi that's got their goal. Obviously it is. Absolutely obviously. Right, now we have what? How long have we got to hold on for? We don't have to hold on at all. We've fucking won a game. Sorry for the accidental swear. Oh, in the 89th minute we get the second goal. Yes! Yes, 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 yes. Right. Hopefully that now propels our season. We lose quite convincingly to one Merseyside team at home. Go to Merseyside and play Liverpool. Oh, and get our fantastic 2-1 win. Oh, it's just like relief to finally win a game. After, yeah, up to 14th. That's how bad it's been this season so far. Collins is improving a lot out on loan. But yeah, next we've got Fulham. We'll play this one offline. This will be done offline. We've got Isobe, Figueroa and Carrick have all had offers. Let's go and have a look, shall we? Into my team. We also got a 13 million offer for Saltido, but he's quite a fundamental part. But this is what I mean. Clearing these players off the book salary-wise would really help our salary budget. Figueroa has had an offer of 2.9 million, but I think I'm going to reject that. Although his contract is coming up for expiry. And he's not actually getting that much game time. We've got a few people that could play there. 2.9 is not a lot, but I'm just going to accept. I'm going to accept that one. Michael Carrick, like 9.4 million, well above his fee. It would get 1 million wages off. We're relying, at the moment, the thing is we're relying on Rodri, who's a loanee at the moment. Isobe, 5.5, that is awful. Isobe's really good. He's 18. No, you're going to have to pay a lot more than that, guys, if you want him. So, what can we get you up to negotiation-wise? 6 million? No, it's not worth it. We'll just end that one. End those negotiations. Matzi is leaving the club. Bisejevic had an offer of 4.19. He's not on a very large salary, and he's a good centre-back option. Lulic, 6.06 million. 1.378 as a salary. He is predicted to get very, very good, to be honest. But I don't think we can afford to sell him and Figueroa. Well, we can, but I don't know. And Agbonlahor is, yeah, not too sure about Agbonlahor. He might have to go. But there we go. We're going to leave it there. We're going to be back for the game against... I'll probably play that Hearts and offline. I don't know. We might come back for the Hearts game. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when we're back. I'm not too sure yet. But thank you very much for watching. I think in that Hearts game, all we have to do is get a... Oh, if we beat Hearts, I'm pretty sure we qualify for the knockout stages of the Europa League. So thank you very much for watching, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the series. If you're enjoying the series, please leave a like. It's not, well, it is for me, but it's also for the YouTube algorithm. It really helps get the videos found and things like that by other people. So thank you so much for watching. But for now, I'm out. Cheers.